Hey guys, I'm officially back on the channel after a decently long hiatus to talk about movies once again. Though I have really missed the channel, I've been busy studying in film school, making my very own films, and watching movies that have kept me busy all this while. You can follow my letterbox account, link in the description to see all the updates about my film watching. And now in this video, I'm going to be talking about the films that I have watched on MUBI. What's that, you ask? MUBI is a streaming service dedicated to elevating great cinema from all around the globe that is hand curated by people who really love movies and strive to cultivate the best and most diverse library of films that you will find anywhere, with classics from iconic directors to recent film festival breakouts from emerging auteurs. Now there is a very successful video on the channel with 15,000 views where I talked about some of my favorite films that were available to watch on MUBI. But the interesting thing is that back when I made that video, I did not in fact have MUBI. I curated that list from asking a friend who had MUBI and mapping out the films that I had seen that were available on the platform. But now that I do have a MUBI account, I wanted to talk to you guys about the films that I watched on the platform so far. So consider this a sequel to the previous video, and I might make more videos like this in the future. And now, without further ado, these are the films that I watched on MUBI. Consider it a recommendation of films for you to watch. Moonlight. It's one of my favorite and most influential films. Every frame of this thing is just dripping with so much passion. I can easily call this my comfort film. It has inspired me and my work like very few films have. I was absolutely transfixed when I watched this. This is the kind of stuff that I want to make. Uncomfortable, confrontational, personal. There's a highly underrated video on the channel about Moonlight where I break down a scene and the sound design of the film, so I recommend you give that a watch. Perfect Days. It was a heavy inspiration for my film Are You Still Watching? And when I rewatched this, I had hoped that a rewatch would further ignite the passion to continue working on my film back then. And it was just a beautiful film. That runtime breezed by unknowingly. I hope to achieve this level of greatness in the cinema that I make, and I just absolutely loved it. It's about the beauty in the ordinary and a quiet celebration of the fleeting moments. It's kind of exactly what I needed to watch for the moment the project I was making then. And that ending with I'm Feeling Good, sung by Nina Simone, was just the perfect way to cap it all off. Priscilla, a beautiful and beautifully made film where we get to see the perspective of Priscilla and how she was treated. We get to see the persona behind the star that was Elvis and the predatory behavior that he was responsible for. Sofia Coppola is in complete control of her craft, and it's what makes this film genuinely great. Man with a movie camera. The lengths that man is willing to go to get those shots is absolutely insane. Just mad respect. It consists of some very fascinating use of dissolves, split screens, and freeze frames. It honestly felt like a fever dream, and that final shot is some of the most striking imagery I've ever seen. It's one of the great examples of pure cinema. The Colors Trilogy. I absolutely love blue, and white, while still being very good, is personally the weakest of the trilogy, but red might just be my favorite one in the entire trilogy. I mean, out of the other three, this is the one I feel that uses the symbolism of its color the best. Red signifying love and lust, but also anger and jealousy. Also, I just can't get over how absolutely gorgeous this film looks. It's one of the best looking films I've ever seen. Every frame was just oozing with beauty. The cinematography felt like the love child of Gordon Willis's work in The Godfather and Emmanuel Lubezki's work in Children of Men. It took a while for me to, adjust and get into this in the first few minutes, but once I was in, I was truly in. Such meticulously precise filmmaking. Kieslowski is in complete control of his craft. Every shot and camera movement just felt right. Also, seeing just how this connects to the previous movies left me with a big smile on my face. I absolutely loved it. Fantastic Planet. It's one of those films that left me with the feeling of what the fuck did I just watch? One of the most uniquely weird films I've seen that boasts of some incredible animation and soft world building with social commentary about systemic oppression and disparity between communities. It honestly felt like a fever dream. Happy Together. A beautiful film about the toxicity a couple can reach, but also the love that they're capable of. As someone who's obsessed with David Fincher's clean and precise style of filmmaking, it was fascinating to see the fluid camera essentially take its own life in terms of the cinematography. Decision to Leave. Park Chan-wook, you motherfucker. I needed few minutes when the credits rolled to let the experience waft over me. Each and every frame of this thing is gorgeous. It's a blast to see Park Chan-wook having, tons of fun with his cinematography. It's highly reminiscent of Challengers with the amount of ambitious POV shots of inanimate objects, alongside with energetic camera movements that just breathe life and personality to the film. It's just so wonderful to see a great filmmaker take big and bold swings with his filmmaking. It just made the entire experience all the more enriching. I remember liking this upon my first watch, but gosh, did I absolutely fall in love with this film with this rewatch. I was absolutely shattered and speechless by the end. Yuki's Son. A short but sweet short from one of the greats, Hayao Miyazaki. It's sort of insignificant compared to his huge body of work, but it's a small and cute film. La Jetee. Never did I think I would be so extremely immersed and would buy the idea of time travel in a film comprised of just wonderfully crafted images and excellent sound design. Just beautiful poetic cinema. A fascinating look at time travel. It's an enchanting film that breaks down film to its bare bone essentials of images that comprise cinema of what it is. I rewatched this film on MUBI for inspiration for a new film I just made. It's inspired by La Jetée in the sense that it's a film comprised of just images. It's one of my new experimental black and white films that will soon be released either here on the channel or on Vimeo, where all my films are available to watch, by the way. I will release it online for all of you to watch after I screen it here in my college, so stay tuned for that. I'm pretty proud of how the film has come out, and I genuinely can't wait to show it to all of you. Passages. An outstanding film about love, infidelity, and the need to express oneself through art. It explores the complexity of this love triangle and the lengths people are willing to go to justify their actions and hurt other people. It's beautifully shot, gorgeous colors, just one of my favorite films of last year. The Substance. It's brimming with energy, straightforwardly on the nose, but poignantly strong with its social commentary about self hatred stemming from unrealistic beauty standards and our collective constant need to look/be perfect. All the while being absolutely disgustingly gross with its body horror that made me really uncomfortable. This is definitely worth all the hype, some really strong work from Coralie for sure. Good Time. Man, I just love this shit. It's insanely grimy. I love Robert Pattinson. I love how this is shot. It's filled with grit. It's short breeze of a watch, but I did not just have a good, but a wonderful and absolutely amazing time. I also watched two short films, Shrooms and Rest in Paper. Shrooms is a stylish look into shrooms and pigeons, and the former is a beautifully animated film that criticizes bureaucracy and borders between nations that's responsible for creating needless civil unrest between countries. And finally, I rewatched Aftersun, a melancholic and meditative film that feels transcendental yet so simple. There's nothing going on, but also so much going on at the same time. A film about the bond between a father and daughter. A film about hidden pain, quiet suffering. About keeping a happy face when you're crumbling inside. Wanting, waiting for the pain to end. It's also primarily a film about memory and reminiscence. About re-examining one's life and trying to see it from a different context through memory. Trying to see a new and different perspective through the empathy we all have in common as human beings. It's one of the most personal and somber films I have seen. That heartbreaking final shot still haunts me to this day. So yeah, these are the films that I've seen on MUBI so far. It's genuinely a wonderful streaming platform, easily my favorite one, with great and unique cinema from all around the world that has helped me expand my palette in various ways. And these are the recommendations for you to watch. I will try and upload more videos here and when I can, but damn, it felt good to be back talking about movies. So I hope you all stay tuned for my upcoming movies and give them all the love and support that you can. It really keeps me going. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye bye.